Hello, my friends. Welcome back to the channel. I hope that things are well in your world. Things are certainly well in mine. I wanted to if you've been watching the YouTube channel and if you've been watching the stream, you've probably seen me jumping around. You've noticed that I'm producing a lot less videos. I'm playing all sorts of weird games. And I kind of wanted to address that and talk about that and kind of tell you where my head's at, what I'm doing, how I'm doing, and what the future looks like for me, the YouTube channel, and the stream. And I'd been meaning to talk about some of this for a long time. So I thought, you know what, why not just try to record the video? We'll do it a little bit stream of consciousness and just have a conversation, because that's really what I like doing with you guys. So a big thing that I didn't understand, I have an audience now that's a little different than the audience I used to have. You'll notice this little one. Hey, sweetheart. How you doing? That's my baby. Yeah, say hello to chat. Hey, Twitch chat, you're all bad at video games. Yeah, that's right. So obviously we knew for, 9 months or so that there was going to be a baby, and we had a discussion about who would look after the baby, what we would do for childcare. And it ended up where, even though the stream was doing pretty good and it made sense financially for me to do that, my sim wife was making significantly more money with what she was doing. And I was like, you know what? I will watch the baby. I don't want to put her in daycare for the first year of her life at the very least. And the way things kind of got with COVID and everything, I was like, I actually want to take longer. I'll look after this baby. And I thought I knew what that was going to be like. Those of you that have children already are probably already laughing. Those of you that don't, maybe you'll have kids one day and think back on this and go, man, that old dude was right. But they tell you everything's going to change. And I'm like, well, not everything, right? No, everything. Everything's going to change. I had no idea how much I would love this baby. I love this little girl more than anything. And I'm so appreciative of my wife and my family, and I'm just a happy man. Now, what I thought was going to happen was that I'd still be able to stream during the week while I looked after the baby. And that is not how that works. It turns out babies need a lot of attention because it's more than just kind of being a custodian, right? And making sure that she takes her naps and that she eats and that she sleeps. She needs interaction. She needs me to talk to her so she can talk back and babble back, as is the case now, and smile at me and learn to be a person. So I can't really do that. And I had this idea that when she was napping, I could get on and do a little stream or something. And what they kind of don't tell you about newborns to 6 months old, which is about where we are now, is they'll go down for a nap. And she usually takes 2 30-minute naps a day and about an 1.5 to 2 hour nap a day. You just don't know which one is which. And sometimes she needs to be right on me to take those naps. Other times she's fine taking a nap in her swing or on a pillow or just in her crib, but you kind of don't know when you're getting the long nap. So my whole world changed and I was completely and entirely unprepared for it. But it's also just been, legitimately the best thing that's ever happened to me. I love this baby so much, and I want to make sure that she has a better life as a child than I did. I didn't have a bad life, but there's things that could have been better. And I'm going to make sure that she has those. Yeah, sorry. It gets me sometimes thinking about how much I love this kid. So that led to a little bit in the beginning of an identity crisis for me as we're moving along to what happened to the stream, what's going on, why are you streaming all these weird games, exactly what's happening, right? You are being so good letting Daddy record his video. Thank you. We will go play and read some books after this. So that first day that Sim wife went back to work, I was like, okay, cool. I got the baby. I was not ready. I remember I set everything up in here and set up the camera. You can see that little couch behind me. I'd set up a mouse pad and everything. It was I'll sit over there and we'll stream some Stream Raiders and it'll be fine. And that didn't happen. I didn't even get into the office that day. So I kind of got this really abrupt shift from full-time competitive Magic streamer who knows what he's doing to stay-at-home dad who doesn't have a lot of time to stream and is also just so tired. Nobody will prepare you for how tired you're going to be because babies don't sleep. They never sleep. She's a pretty good sleeper now. She sleeps through the night. We'll put her down at around 7. She'll wake up between 2 and 4 and want to feed, and then she'll sleep again until about 6 a.m. And frankly, that's awesome. I've heard stories of other parents with 5.5, 6-month-olds that just don't sleep at night at all. Sorry, she's smiling at me and way too cute. And like, I understand that, but when she was a newborn, I just wasn't getting any sleep. Anyway, it led me to this place where I realized that I'd been a little unhappy with Magic for a bit, and I was starting to slip. Being tired, not playing as much, not having time to do set reviews meant that I just wasn't as good as I used to be. The game had also changed a lot, so it wasn't really the same game it used to be, and kind of the de facto way that you play competitively had changed, because it used to be you played best of 3 in practice for tournaments. I was like, dude, I haven't played in a limited tournament or a GP in like 5 or 6 years. It's just very different. But I was still playing Magic because as a full-time streamer, there was a big incentive there. Like that's where my money comes from. I got to get paid. And I did still enjoy it. But I recognized one big thing when I started looking at some other games. And that first month or so, like when she was taking naps, I had time to watch some YouTube videos and some Twitch streams. And there were some games I was interested in. And I can't remember what game it was or even what streamer, but I tuned into a streamer for a game I was really excited about. And I watched them play for a little bit. And really all they did was complain about the game. And I was like, man, this sucks. I don't want to watch this. And I switched to somebody else. And I was like, dude, that's you. You complain a lot about Magic while you're playing. Like, I did, and I'm sorry that I did, but I'm recognizing like the people that were watching were like, I'm so excited about Magic and so into it that when I can't play, I want to watch somebody play. And then I go to this dude's stream and he's just complaining about it. That's terrible. So I decided when I'm streaming, I want a no complaining rule. And right now, I'm not in a place where I can stream Magic without complaining about it. That's not Magic's fault. That's my fault. I put a lot of my identity for some reason into being very good at limited, and I'm just not anymore, right? Like, and I'm aware that I could do the work to try to get better. I don't know if I could be a top Mythic competitor. I don't know exactly how any of that could work, but I just don't want to do it, and I don't have the time to do it. So it leaves me in a position where I think if I stream Magic, I'm just going to be complaining right now. Now, if there's a limited set that comes out that's super fun and I enjoy it, cool, I'll do that. I really enjoyed the Baldur's Gate set. I just didn't like Dominaria that much. And that kind of led me to this spot of sort of trying to find myself. Like, my identity now is full-time dad. This little one is the most important thing on the planet to me. So the stream has kind of turned into, I guess, less of a job and more of like prospecting. This idea of I want to find what I'm doing in the future. So you've probably seen me skipping around on games, on YouTube and on Twitch. I've played the Cycle Frontier. We've played Magic. We've played Storybook Brawl. I've played Teamfight Tactics lately. We played Cult of the Lamb. I played Project Zomboid. These are all fun games, but it's all part of sort of an exploration of what am I if I'm not a competitive gamer who's good at the game that I'm streaming. And what I am is dad to Sim Baby. And I'm going to be competitive dadding. I'm going to be the best dad this world has ever seen because this little one deserves that. And I'm going to make sure that she has that. So where does that put us for the future? Right now, I'm enjoying Teamfight Tactics. Tomorrow, I might be like, oh my God, we have to play Stone Shard only. And there's so many games I still want to play. I want to play Tarkov and stream it. I want to play Storybook Brawl and stream it. I want to play more of the Cycle. I want to finish Cult of the Lamb. I wanted to play Marauders, and I never even bought it and downloaded it because there's just not time. So when it comes to time, I'm going to try to play stuff that's fun for me. The appeal for Teamfight Tactics is it is still a competitive game. It's one that you can do when you're old and your reflexes go, because I don't think there's any 45-year-old Counter-Strike pros. So I think that's where I want to go now. And like I said, it could very well change. But my plan for the future is to be okay being bad at video games and be proud of the community that I've built. You guys and gals have always been very accepting, very kind, very generous, very good to each other. I think I have a lot of friends out there. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate you sticking with me. And like the big plan for the future is one day this little baby is going to go to kindergarten. And when she does, I'll have time to stream again. And who knows, that's going to be like 3 or 4 years from now. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to be bad at video games, be okay with that, and enjoy hanging out with you guys and gals on the weekends. And if TFT happens to click, or whatever I try next happens to click, that's cool. We'll play that. But that's kind of where I'm at. I wanted to let you know I hadn't been recording content from Teamfight Tactics because I'm really bad at it and the game's really complicated and I'm just losing a lot. But I'm having fun thinking about it and thinking about how do I improve? How do I get better? How would I do better next time? So I think I'm actually going to record it and put some of that up on YouTube. And just like Sim Wife said to me the other day, a quote that I had heard many times, you know, the first step to being good at something is being bad at something. So maybe I'll just make a playlist of being bad at Teamfight Tactics and we'll have fun with that. But thank you for sticking with me. Thank you for watching the videos here on YouTube. Thank you for coming by the stream. I'll still be streaming something, mostly on the weekends. And I'm going to try to get a YouTube video up at least once a week or so. I have no idea what it'll be. It might be, you know, Project Zomboid. It might be a Magic tournament. It could be Tarkov. Who knows? Maybe one day I will try out Marauders. But my baby's happy, so I'm going to go play with her. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you soon. And a very big thank you to my patrons. Thank you, Punk, Joe, Jesse, Jacob, Scott, Fasty, Rich, Brandon, Jazzy, Craig, and Geis. I appreciate y'all.